On the Festival of Lights, the shadow of poisonous air has cast its dark shadow over the national capital. A night full of indiscriminate cracker burning combined with rampant parali burning has choked Delhi. The AQI hit hazardous levels early this morning after a brief respite for the last few days owing to rains. At midnight, the AQI meter stopped at 999 in Okhla, RK Puram, Anand Vihar, Dwarka and several other locations. But that's because the AQI meter doesn't have a reading above 99. This is the maximum level a hazardous air can hit. And naturally, politics has once again taken center stage in this battle against toxic air. Turning a blind eye to parali fires, the Aam Aadmi Sarkar blames targeted burning of firecrackers as the main reason. But the BJP accuses AAP of being anti-Sanatan. Times Now gets you the truth on ground. We will show you in black and white the apathy by the state government. In fact, Delhi government's affidavit has been accessed by Times Now to show that half of Delhi's environment compensation charge is lying unused. Out of the 1,491 crores being collected till 27th of July, only 781 crores have been utilized. And that too on works not related to the environment. 710 crores are still lying unused. This comes as Delhi chokes on poor air. Smog towers are lying defunct. And the 781 crore funds spent on a regional rapid transit system, that too on directions of the Supreme Court. That's the information that we have with us. Let me quickly get in a word from Isha on this. Isha, this is very important because at a time when we're looking at, various governments talking and taking responsibility, take our viewers through what these funds, these 700 crores could have been used for to ensure Delhi's air was cleaner this time around.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, this happens every year and Delhi continues to choke every year. But despite that, there are no measures that are actively taken to reduce pollution. In fact, the whole premise of this fund is that the large vehicles which come in from adjoining states contribute to increase in the particulate matter. So there is awareness that these vehicles actually contribute to making the environment hazardous, and still the Aam Aadmi Party has turned a blind eye to that. In fact, the rest of the money also that they spent, it was only spent after the Supreme Court pulled them up. So this is the taxpayer money which is lying absolutely unused, and 50 crore rupees was also spent on the smog tower, which was lying defunct, as you rightly pointed out. So
okay, stay with us, Isha, because we have reactions coming in for the BJP. They've lashed out at the Aam Aadmi Party for wasting taxpayers' money, saying that this shows criminal apathy. Listen in.
Delhi government collected some 491 crore rupees as environment cess, out of which it was forced to use some 781 crore rupees by the Supreme Court for the rapid transport system. But 710 crore rupees is still unutilized. Delhi is suffering in a gas chamber. And negligence of Delhi government is that they have not used that 710 crore rupees for welfare of city. That environment money is lying waste with Delhi government, unutilized with Delhi government. Is it taxpayer money which is lying unutilized? Is a big criminal offence which Delhi government has committed on citizen of Delhi.
पूरी दिल्ली प्रदूषण की समस्या से जूझ रही है, लेकिन अरविंद केजरीवाल उनकी लापरवाही का एक नया नमूना मैं आपको बताता हूँ। हैरानी की बात यह है कि 1481 करोड़ रुपए में से एक भी रुपया जो पोल्यूशन सेस के नाम पे लिया गया, पोल्यूशन से बचाने के नाम पर खर्च नहीं किया गया। उसमें से 781 करोड़ रुपए रैपिड रेल के लिए दिए गए, वो भी माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट की फटकार के बाद। और 710 करोड़ रुपए आज भी इनके खजाने में बंद पड़े हुए हैं। आपकी नाकामी, आपकी लापरवाही का नतीजा दिल्ली की जनता भुगत रही है।
What's the word coming, Nisha, from the Aam Aadmi Party government? What is their explanation?
In fact, the Aam Aadmi Party, like mostly, they're not responding to any of the claims that are being made in terms of air quality. In fact, they refuse to comment. However, Mr. Gopal Rai, the blame game is on. In fact, he stated that Delhi is actually polluted because of the pollution coming in from Uttar Pradesh and Haryana. So clearly, again, still a blame game, which the Environment Minister of the national capital is resorting to. No mention of these funds. This is a lot of taxpayer money, which is still lying unused. So this raises massive questions of the Aam Aadmi Party, and also that the fact that they don't respond to any of these questions and these large funds that are lying unused.
All right, there are more reactions coming in. In fact, AAP is under fire not just from the BJP but also alliance partners. Watch how the left and Congress have slammed the Kejriwal Sarkar.
Now, AQI is touching 1,000 points. Many of them have died. Not only that, a smart tower which was constructed by amount say around 20 crores is also unused. It's lying dead, and it's very disgusting on the part of Delhi government. It has failed to discharge.
It's very shocking that the money that is being collected by the Delhi government for alleviating pollution is not being spent. Only half of it has been spent. But that is not the only reason why Delhi is facing this kind of choking and suffocation. There are other reasons. For example, the proximity of Uttar Pradesh, Ghaziabad, Noida, where diesel vehicles are being allowed, where construction has not been stopped. That is also definitely contributing. Then the stubble burning in Punjab and in Haryana, which is completely uncontrolled and which should actually, the farmers need to be helped.
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us is Nikat Abbas, spokesperson of the BJP. Jayadhar Gupta is founder of Nirvana. Being with us also on the broadcast is Huda Zariwala, political analyst. But I first and foremost want to take this across to Zishan Haider. Zishan Haider, करीब 1400 करोड़ रुपए में केवल 750 crore रुपए खर्च किए गए. 780 crores out of 1491 crores, for 781 to be more specific. 710 crores unused. What do you think explains this? At a time of such climate emergency, why is this environment tax not being used? Can you explain this to us, sir? Zishan Haider. Zishan, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? I think we've lost that line there. Huda Zariwala, would you like to respond to that? This is as far as the affidavit of the government itself. What explains this 710 crores which are lying unused?
Well, before I answer that, let us take cognizance of the fact that the air quality index after the rain showers, had improved. In fact, it was the best in the last 8 years around this time of the year, right? So firecrackers being burned.
I'm asking you a specific question, ma'am. We have seen the political fight. People are quite fed up of this kind of fight where there is no solution. On the one hand, you will say that it is because of cracker burning. The BJP will say that it's because there's parali burning in Punjab. The point is that people are still getting choked in Delhi. And you have 700 crore rupees that have not been used.
But that is true. We had a lot of instances, like 700 plus cases were actually registered by the Delhi Fire Police Department, where in these cracker burning cases came not just from within Delhi, but from the surrounding areas, from Punjab, from Haryana. There was definitely fire burning.
Does that explain why 700 crores were not used?
I mean, okay, can we also focus on the fact that the air quality index has definitely, declined massively after the Diwali? And here we have BJP blaming Aam Aadmi Party for being against Sanatan Dharma. I mean, come on. This is, like I mentioned earlier in one of your previous debates, is a national issue. Shouldn't this be tackled by the center heads on, working with the chief ministers of other states, of the surrounding states? Because
let me get into specifics. Before I go across to BJP spokesperson, I want our viewers to understand. Jayadhar Gupta, what does it mean? 700 crores, 710 crores roughly, if it is unused, what could that money been used for in terms of cleaning up Delhi's air? Please explain to our viewers.
It tells me, or it demonstrates an apathy. It demonstrates a lack of political will. And, my colleague here from the Aam Aadmi Party, again, she's managing the headlines by saying that the air pollution levels have gone down, the AQI levels have gone down after Diwali. Look, if you have a slight, increase in wind speed in the afternoon where the pollutants disperse, you haven't been part of the solution. This is an act of God. I'd love to see something that you've done that works without, just wasting away taxpayer money. I still haven't heard anything intelligent out of the Aam Aadmi Party. I still haven't heard anything scientific out of the Aam Aadmi Party. And here you even have the funds available. So I just don't understand. And, honestly, I'm at a point where this political stalemate, and I've been watching this for 8 years now, and in 8 years, if you don't understand the problem or have a political will, even in 2020, it was part of your political manifesto. You promised clean air or reversal of air pollution in Delhi. So 3 years after you made this promise, I see no change. I see these winter action plans with no depth, no science. It's just all smoke and mirrors.
Okay,
I'm
sir,
sorry, it's all smoke and mirrors.
Two wrongs don't make a right. Huda Zariwala, speak about your own government first before pointing fingers at others. What have you done? What has your government done?
Okay, let us assume AAP has done nothing on the case. This is just an assumption made by BJP and the likes of BJP. Tell me, what have the neighboring states done? Have you put us forth a parable?
But first account for what you've done.
An example.
Are you saying, are you admitting on national television that nothing has been done in Delhi?
Maybe Haryana has come with a solution. Maybe Uttar Pradesh has come with a solution. Maybe it is something that we could follow from them. Have we done that?
Okay.
Has the Haryana
Okay, you asked a question. Jayadhar wants to respond to you on that. Jayadhar wants to respond to you, then I go across to Nigat. Yeah.
Ma'am, I just want to say something very simple for you. 8 years of your government, every year we are losing the battle. And we are getting further and further, into this black hole. We are not coming out of it.
It's not just with the
Why don't you
Delhi,
talk to me about the base load, the local emissions of Delhi? What have you done? You are telling me... I'm sorry, ma'am. You don't know your facts. You don't know the science.
Please calm down and listen in. What has been done to reduce Delhi's emission levels? He's asking you a simple question. Do you have one answer for that?
Okay, why with the firecracker ban?
Not what about ma'am. What have you done? What have you done to reduce pollution level round the year? Delhi is not choked only in winter. Winter gets so unbelievably bad that we're all completely choked up.
365 days. 365 days.
So what has the government done to reduce the pollution levels?
The pollution comes from neighboring states as well. There is Haryana in picture.
Maybe so, but what has been done in Delhi? You tell me that.
Look at Uttar Pradesh, Ghaziabad.
This is whataboutery. This is whataboutery. This is shifting of blame, plain and simple. Jayadhar Gupta, I'm going to come to you, but I want to bring in Nigat Abbas. Nigat Abbas, the question that is being asked by the Aam Aadmi Party today is this. Of course, there are serious questions about Parali burning in Punjab and the seriousness of the state government there. But they are saying that it is the firecrackers being burnt to the national capital that have completely sent Delhi over the edge, the NCR over the edge. You have seen 999 in certain cases. And that's just ridiculous because that's just a measurable amount. Perhaps it's much more.
That's exactly. Madhav. Absolutely, Madhav, and I salute the audacity of the Aam Aadmi's blind supporters, despite of the fact that the AQI had gone, as you mentioned, 999, and we could not measure beyond that, and she still is saying that AQI has gone down. I mean, the only reason the AQI has gone down was because of the natural rain. That had nothing to do with the Delhi government, and these are constant lies, I must say, leading by Arvind Kejriwal. You remember that video he had made in 2021, posted on the social media, telling it's always the government's fault, and it is not the problem with the farmers. And then he said, which is why the Delhi government has come up with a major decomposer made by the Pusa Institute, which we've used in 39 villages in more than 1935 acre land, and it has come out to be 90% working. And in 15-20 days we do not have to burn the stubble. We can just dissolve it, and it'll be the maximum cure for the Parali. Where is that promise gone? Where are those decomposers? Why aren't they been using in Punjab? I mean, 17,000.
I want Zishan to come in on that. Zishan, one
that's the maximum
one second.
right now.
One second. Huda Zariwala, the other panelists also. Zishan, please इस सवाल का जवाब दीजिए और साथ में ये एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं कि Zishan 710 करोड़ रुपए खर्च नहीं किए जाते. इसका क्या मतलब है? इस समय में जहाँ पे इतनी ज्यादा क्लाइमेट इमरजेंसी हो रही है दिल्ली में, चाहे नए स्मोक टावर्स हो, चाहे बसेस, इलेक्ट्रिक बसेस खरीदने की बात हो, there are many things that could have been done with these 700 odd crores. लेकिन हुआ नहीं है, ऐसा क्यों?
देखिए, सबसे पहले तो मैं बताऊं कि दिल्ली में जो इलेक्ट्रिक बसेस हैं, अगर आप पूरे ऑल ओवर इंडिया बीजेपी शासित प्रदेशों को देख लें तो सबसे ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रिक बसेस जो हैं वो दिल्ली में खरीदी जा रही हैं, ऑलरेडी मतलब पहुंचा दी गई हैं. दूसरी सबसे बड़ी बात एक मैं ये कहूंगा कि जो पटाखे फोड़े जा रहे हैं उनको कोई ब्लेम नहीं कर रहा है, क्योंकि ये बीजेपी शासित राज्यों में इससे ज्यादा पटाखे फोड़े गए हैं और इससे ज्यादा पॉल्यूशन हुआ है वहां पर. आपको मैं बता दूं कि यूपी में सख्ती से कह दिया गया था कि बिल्कुल भी पटाखे नहीं चलेंगे, लेकिन क्या हाल हुआ ये आप वीडियोस आप देख रहे होंगे. दूसरी सबसे बड़ी बात है कि आगरा में 80 करोड़ रुपए केंद्र सरकार ने आगरा को दिए. किसकी सरकार है वहां? ताजमहल दिख नहीं रहा है वहां पर, आपको पता होना चाहिए. और दूसरी एक बड़ी खास बात यह है कि यूं समझ लीजिए कि दिल्ली में जो पॉल्यूशन आ रहा है वो आसपास के, जैसा कि अभी हमारी जरीवाला साहिबा ने कहा कि मतलब जो है आसपास के राज्यों से। और एक बड़ी खास बात यह है कि पूरे विश्व के 100 पॉल्यूटेड शहरों में 22 उत्तर प्रदेश के हैं। क्यों नहीं चर्चा हो रही है? लेकिन अब मैं बता रहा हूं कि मतलब जो है आप वापस आते हैं कि दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट कितनी मतलब
सर, दिल्ली सरकार ने क्या किया है पोल्यूशन कम करने के लिए? ये सवाल पूछ रहे हैं हमारे जो एक्टिविस्ट बैठे हैं पैनल पे, जयदर गुप्ता जी। आप क्या जवाब देना चाहेंगे इनको?
दिल्ली सरकार लगातार, देखिए, जो हो सकता है वो सारी कोशिशें की जा रही है। रही बात ये
आपने इलेक्ट्रिक बसेस की बात की, पूरे देश में और किसी भी शहर में इतना बुरा हाल नहीं है पोल्यूशन का, और फिर भी जो इलेक्ट्रिक बसेस हैं कितने हैं?
छोटी सी दिल्ली में लाखों व्हीकल्स हैं। छोटी सी दिल्ली में सारी दुनिया ने आके मतलब जो है वहां कर दिया।
सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, they must know.
One at a time. I'm going to ask you that question also that he's raising, but I want him to respond. दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट ने क्या क्या किया बताइए?
दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट लगातार, देखिए, जो कोशिशें हो रही है, एक सबसे पहली बात तो यही है कि दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट अपने ऑफिसर्स जो भी पॉल्यूशन को देख रहे हैं, अभी वो साहब जिनको मतलब जो है जिनसे कहा गया कि तुम मतलब 8 महीने से स्मॉग मीटर खराब पड़े हुए हैं और मतलब जो है तुम कुछ काम नहीं कर रहे हो, तो उनसे जब कहा गया तो उन्होंने कहा साहब मेरा ये वो, तो उनको जब मतलब सस्पेंशन की बात आई,
ये है कि कुछ ना करने के रीजंस बहुत है, लेकिन क्या किया गया, ठोस कदम क्या है, ये किसी को पता नहीं है, एक्सेप्ट फॉर स्कीम्स लाइक ऑड इवन व्हिच डोंट इवन वर्क एज द सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑब्जर्व्ड यस्टरडे लास्ट वीक। आई बेग योर पार्डन। निगत अब्बास, जयदीप गुप्ता, जिशान हैदर, खुड़ा जरीवाला, स्टे विद us. We're going to continue this debate in just a few minutes. We're slipping into a very quick break.